Hey, 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 everybody. It's Lauren back with Tyche Talk with amazing, awesome, enlightening Sheya Chisenga. Sorry.
The singer,
Let's
there
do
you
that
go.
again. Sheya Chisenga.
Yeah.
Um, for those of you who are new to Tyche Talks, I have these almost every week, and I invite experts on to give us advice on things that we all have questions about, whether it's this week, things about this week, next week. But it's about getting information and ideas from subject matter experts. And I'm super excited, as I said, to have Sheya with us today. And we're going to be talking about empowering women CEOs to lead profit and impact with purpose.
Yes.
That's almost alliteration. So I'm down with it. So Sheya, the Women Christian CEO, is a transformational speaker, empowerment business coach, and mentor, empowering women CEOs to leverage speaking to lead, profit, and impact with purpose. Oh, sorry. Empowering women CEOs to leverage speaking to lead, profit, and impact with purpose. She's the founder of It's My Time to Rise Business Institute for women leaders. Within her organization, they host live and virtual trainings where she's hosted it for 10 years. So she has experience, y'all. She knows what she's talking about. She's she's published over 250 new authors through her their book anthologies and certified 100 life coaches. She's also worked with over 150 women entrepreneurs and helping them launch profitable businesses. She has written 4 inspiring books. Her most recent, She Leads, She Profits, Unleashing Bold and Courageous Faith to be a full-time CEO. She has over 25 years of experience conducting workshops, training, and speaking. If you want to learn more about her and what she does, you can visit her website, itsmytimetorise.com. All
Yay.
right, welcome, Shaya. How are you doing?
I am doing great. I'm doing great. Thank you so much, Lauren, for having me here this
Nice.
afternoon. I'm excited to be here.
Yes, you're West Coast, so it's just barely afternoon for you.
Right, 12 at 12:03. Yes.
Brand new afternoon. Um, so I told the viewers a little bit about you, but what I really would love to know is to start off the conversation is in your experience, what are some common misconceptions or biases that women CEOs often face, and how do they address those? How do they confront and overcome?
So when you send me the questions, I actually had to really think about that question. I try not to allow myself to think about the misconceptions, but one of them that I am aware of is that I believe that we're underestimated in the terms of
Mm,
growth potential and the ability to be successful and have high impact ventures. I think that if I'm not in the corporate space, being a leader in the entrepreneurial industry, it is compared to, well, I have this career and I've been able to do X, Y, and Z, and I have this degree in X, that type of belief. And so it becomes a bias. And
mm,
to women leaders, entrepreneurs, CEOs, particularly those who own their own company. And so it's constantly in the space of trying to, if we allow ourselves to, we could be trying to compare or prove ourselves, when I believe that both parties bring a level of excellence, expertise, education to what we provide and what we offer. And so I think we're constantly in that space overlooked, underestimated, thinking like, oh, we're just out here, just playing around, when we are really building we have great impact on community and society
yes.
because we drive it through our own businesses. So that's the idea when I was thinking about the misconceptions.
Yeah. So when someone comes in contact with someone who underestimates them,
Hmm.
easy answer, and I think it's often the answer that a lot of women come and say, well, I'm just going to work harder and I'm going to prove them wrong. Is there
Yeah.
another way to go about that?
Yeah, I totally disagree with that mindset. And the reason why, you don't have the energy or the time to put towards that proving someone
Yes,
wrong, especially to those who will never be a client. They're not, they don't have any interest in proving signing up to anything that you have to offer. And in other words, what you're trying to do is be invited to the table. When we have heard this statement many times before, build your own table. I don't need to be at your table. I don't, and I don't want to have an attitude about it. I'm not angry about it. If you don't want
exactly.
to accept me where I am, no problem. I just build my own. And
Mhm.
to tell you a real true story, Lauren, that's exactly what I decided to do. For many years, I would network. I would go in communities. They were okay when I spent my money with them. That was good. But they would never see me as their equal. They never saw me as the
Oh,
value of what I brought. So I said, okay, no problem. We're going to build our own. And that's what we've been able to do over this last decade in building a business. So yeah, don't waste your time and energy trying to prove a point to anybody. Just go build your own, and your people who desires what you have to offer with the right mindset, you'll be able to attract those people to your table.
speaking of mindset, I didn't send you
Yeah,
questions. I often go off script. It's all right.
I love
You
it.
roll with the punches.
I think it's more, we could just flow with it. Yeah.
Yeah, just flow with it, ride with it, do it.
Mhm.
Um, so thinking of speaking of mindset, I
Yeah.
love that your website, it's my turn. I'm sorry, it's my time to rise.
Yes.
I love that. Can you talk a little bit like what's behind that name?
So the truth is, it's a song called "It's My Time," and
Mhm.
let me see, it is by I can't think of her name right now, and I'm totally going blank on it, but
That's okay. They got Google.
yeah, it's my time. And it's and I heard the song and I'm like, that is my declaration. And it is my time to rise. And only that it's my time to build, it's my time to walk out my purpose, my dream. It's my time to embrace all of my greatness and own it. And so that's how it came about. It's a song that I was listening to. At the time it was brand new. I'm sure the song came out around 2017 or so. And
Mm,
so and ever since then I said that's going to be the name of my business, to the point we became an LLC and just owned it. And so that's how that came about.
I
Kelly
love it.
Price. That's her name, Kelly Price. I
Oh,
couldn't think of
Bryce.
it
Okay.
right, but Kelly Price. It's my time.
All right. Y'all can look it up on
Yeah.
Spotify or Apple Music, whatever you listen to.
Yes.
Title? Yeah, I guess I don't know. I think Jay-Z sold
Yeah.
it. I don't know.
Yeah.
Um, but I love that because it's all about recognizing your value and that it's your turn to invest in yourself. And
Absolutely.
and by investing in yourself, investing in your community, whatever that community is.
Right.
I
Absolutely.
love that so much.
Yeah.
So I I'm like, yeah, we're just gonna roll with the flat or and see how it goes, ride with
Yeah.
it. One of the things, because I've been through some of your trainings, and one of the things that you said you started doing is speaking more. Like,
Yes.
why did you decide to make that pivot? Like, like why?
Well, the truth is, I've always been speaking, right? We've all
Hmm.
in church and different arenas. And so speaking has always been a part of who I am and what I do. And I do know speaking has a great impact to people who want to hear you or listen to you. Not even necessarily hear you, but if you out speaking, it instantly, if people really are attracted to you, it could either repel them or it can draw them. It could do two things. And
Yeah,
so speaking has a great impact to your people that you desire to work with, whether it is in a corporate setting, whether it is in an entrepreneurial setting, whether it's in a profit sector, speaking universally, it has this ability to draw people to you. And so leveraging speaking is a powerful tool. As a matter of fact, it's probably, not probably, it is the #1 strategy to grow a business, to grow your career. And it's through speaking and understanding what, platforms you speak from, what audience you can speak to. And there's all types of groups. You have the Toastmasters, they
Yes.
focus on the technique of speaking, the ability to get rid of our ums and ticks and rights and things like that. And then there's other types of speaking where you are learning to leverage it. How do I have a great impact in growing my business, growing my company, becoming a motivational speaker, inspiring speaker, transformational speaker? How do I tell my story? And so speaking is a very powerful way to grow your company and your business as well as your career. And so all these years, when I first started business and I said, hey, you know what? I'm gonna start my own company. The very first thing I did was speaking. I didn't even know anything else to do but speak. And so
Mhm.
I took action and I did that. And when I did it, I enrolled 6 clients first time. I was like, oh yeah, this is
Wow.
it. This works. So why not embrace it even more and grow it and cultivate it and develop it? And so over these period of years, I've been able to continue to grow and help other women use it as well and grow their companies.
And I love that you brought up that's a way to advance your career because I think a lot of times people think, well, I don't have a company, so I don't really need to do it. But it's like
Yeah.
if you become known for
Hmm.
your area of expertise,
Yes.
you're presenting opportunities to come to you instead of
Absolutely.
chasing opportunities. So it's always a good idea to get better at public speaking. And yeah, it's like it's me and you, just come to, I guess, in the camera. Like,
Yeah,
or
it
you
is.
can start out something like this.
Yes, and the thing about it, Lauren, so think about it. If you are pursuing a higher level position in your career, and there is one person who don't speak, but they got a great track record of their tenure of what they've been doing in business or in their careers, but then here you are, same ability to grow, but you are speaking and you have um, YouTube channels, you have videos. It
Yeah.
separates you instantly.
Yes.
Instantly, it separates you and it gives you a more advantage when you are embracing that part of you and speaking. But you also know that speaking, it is a major fear because people, it's a fear
Mhm.
getting in front of people. And it can be nerve-wracking, let's be clear, but
Yes.
you can also overcome it. Anything, if you desire, if it's something that you really know that this is a part of what you desire to do, you can really overcome it with the right support, with the right coaches or mentors. Those can really help you overcome that. And the best way to overcome fear in speaking is to move forward, take action. That's the best way. It's not about perfection. It's not about
Mhm.
having all your arms go away. It's not about getting all the word right out. It's about taking action. And over time, you continue to cultivate what you believe is a part of what you want to do.
Yeah. I did Toastmasters years and years ago. It was so far back
Yeah.
that Pizza Hut was still they still had, like, the buffet. That's how far
Oh,
back it
yeah,
was.
that's a long time ago. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, it's been a minute, but it was really helpful, and
Yeah.
I still use filler words, but it's good because it's important to also let your personality show because no one
Yes.
wants to sit there and listen to a speaker who just talks like this. It's very important to get your point
Yeah.
across, and many
Absolutely.
people are afraid of public speaking. No, you want someone who has energy, and so I'm just
Yeah.
gonna ask you, uh, if someone wants to get better at public speaking, particularly if they want to get better at public speaking, for their company, for their personal company, or just in general, do
Mhm.
you offer training?
So we do offer training, what's
Mhm.
called She Speaks Now. And what that training does, it does help you with building your confidence as a speaker. We help you with how to share your message, tell your story through speaking, and also how to take advantage of it to grow your career and your business. And so one of the things I'm excited about, what we have upcoming, and it's absolutely free, called She Leads, She Profits. It's our virtual summit. And we bring together 20 amazing women. Let me just say men and women and a man. We got one guy. It's amazing. And we bring all these speakers together who are absolutely awesome, very well articulate, but not just that, they have great information that can empower our speakers who come and watch it. And so, yes, that's what we have coming up. And we are inviting everyone to come join us, absolutely, again, at no cost, happening March the 27th through the 29th. And so we're gonna, I believe we could put the link in a comment area and you can register for that.
Yes, and the word on the LinkedIn streets is that I'm going to be one of the speakers.
Yes, you are one of the speakers, which I'm so super excited about. And I'm so glad we was able to connect and you said yes to the opportunity. And it's going to be amazing.
Yes, and just so everyone knows, this wasn't just hey, let's a shameless plug. We actually connected before we started talking about all this. And she said, and I'm like, oh my gosh, you're so much fun. I love talking to you. Will you be on Tyche Talk? And she's like, I'm gonna do this virtual summit. I'll let you know more about it in a couple of months. I'm like, all right. So, but now we're doing it. It's this month, Women's History Month. So yes, spend time with 19 women and one man.
Yeah.
And get like there's so much like I have, like I said, I did some training with Sheya, and it was training for this particular summit, but I hate training. It sounds awful. I'm the person who's just like, oh, do a CBT. I like pen to pencil, pen to paper, taking notes, and it feels really good. So if you have an opportunity to work with, I mean, obviously go to the virtual summit because you see some excellent speakers, including yours, Shirley. Hello.
Yeah.
But also, if you have an opportunity to work with Sheya, do it because she is not boring.
Thank God. I don't want to be boring. I have to tell this story. One time I was I was going to University of Phoenix and I had a teacher who taught marketing. And it was the most excruciating experience. It was like taking your finger and drawing across like a chalkboard. The person was so boring. I was like, oh my God. And I was trying to stay awake and I couldn't stay awake to the point that I had to drop the class. It was that bad. So we're going to do this a different time because this is not working. Yes, I'm not boring, guys. I'm not boring.
No, and she's not boring and she's informative. But so that was you were supposed to talk about that. That was my third question. I was super excited. I'm like, God, what about you? So we talked about speaking, being better, improving public speaking. So what are some other skills that women leaders can use and should develop, be helpful to develop, further their career, their businesses?
So one of the skills that I really encourage for women is going to sound cliche. You've probably heard it before, and that is communication, which is a part of speaking. But one of the things I've been able to kind of observe over a period of time is that the effect of communication is almost lost. And so as a leader, being able to communicate effectively and how you communicate. I'm typically a high energy type person. I'm not to the point is overbearing, but I'm very clear. I try to be very clear. I try to be very thorough in my communication that will leave no room for people having assuming. And so one of the things I tell in our coaching community is that communicate clearly, effectively in what you offer, what you do, how you serve, whether it be a career or business. There are so many amazing companies, amazing organizations, but because the communication is not clear, you still don't know what people do. Have you ever met somebody, Lauren, and they're amazing, but you don't know what they do because you don't know they're not able to communicate it? Yes,
Yes.
being able to communicate effectively is something that I encourage women to do. And another skill is, and as a leader, is to be organized. I know this sounds funny, but
It's
organization
important.
is important, right, in business. And I know here's what happens. We hear a lot of people, well, I'm a creative and I have, my stuff is all over the place. It doesn't matter what type of your characteristics or how you're made up, even as a creative, find a
Mm,
way to keep things organized. And the reason why, it helps you have a clear path of what you're looking for, how to take action on it. And sometimes you need to take a moment to reassess where you're going, where you are. And being organized allows you to do that and help you do that. And some people do get overwhelmed. And so you might like, well, how do I get organized, get support, get help? And it doesn't have to be something that you pay for. Friends, family, whoever can help you kind of organize where you're going. One of my girlfriends, who I call often, and I'm like, hey, I need to have a time with you. I need to organize my thoughts so I'm clear about what actions I'm taking. And that could be
mhm.
both physical and, in your thought process. So those are just a few, they're boring skills, but they're necessary skills that I really encourage you to embrace as a leader and building your business. And of course, the last one is speaking. I've really encouraged for you to embrace it. Getting in spaces where you can cultivate, be supported, be encouraged to help you embrace it, because I just know for a fact it's a way to grow your business as well as your career. Social media was just down today, right? Instagram,
Mhm,
Facebook, and I know people they love it, right? I'm so
mhm.
grateful that I have built a business outside of it, so I wasn't
Yeah.
worried. I knew immediately how to contact my people I needed to contact. But the reason why I mention it, speaking, you don't have to be tied to social media, even though we use it as a
Yeah.
tool. But you can grow your career without it. You can grow your business without it, literally. And
Yes.
speaking allows you to do that.
One of the things when we're talking about communication, one of the things I always end up working with clients on is like practice interviews. Knowing
Mhm.
your narrative, being able to
Yes.
communicate
Yeah.
isn't just public speaking is anytime you're speaking out in public. And if you're in an interview, you're public speaking and people are really
Yes.
nervous about. But
Yes.
it's all about taking ownership of who
Mhm.
you are, what you know, what you bring to the table.
Yes.
And I think a lot of people are worried about, well, I'm asking to be at their table, like you're in high school and you're going up like to the popular kids, like, can I sit with you?
Yeah.
Um, but the thing is, like, no one wants that weird kid who is like scared
Yeah.
to come to come in with confidence. You've done things. You've accomplished a lot of things. You have something to add. If you didn't, you wouldn't be applying. Well, you might pay bills. You
Right.
wouldn't have gotten to the point where you're in the interview.
Yeah.
So go in with confidence, move with confidence. It makes such a big difference. And that's a huge part of communication. We all know people who are as confident as day is long and they don't know anything they're talking about, but you're like, that's
Right.
no, I'm pretty sure 2 plus 3 does
Yeah.
not equal 8, but
Right.
he seems
Exactly.
pretty certain about it,
Yeah.
you know?
Absolutely.
So
Yeah.
so
Absolutely.
that's yeah. Like, the organization, I always say for me, it's cluttered desk, cluttered mind.
Mm,
I'm sure everyone has, like, some version of that because my desk, when it's cluttered, I can't think clearly because 'cause I'm so busy thinking about, "I need to clean my desk. I need to do
yeah.
this. I need to do that." So it's so important to organize your outside open space as well as the external and the internal. It always helps to have those things in alignment.
Absolutely.
So we have talked about the programs that you offer. Do you have any last tips to give our viewers?
You know what? Yes, this is Women History Month, and we are celebrating women from
Oh,
all
really?
walks of life. Yeah, Women History Month. But I want you to celebrate you.
Yes.
Celebrate your accomplishments. Celebrate that you are contributing to history. Celebrate that you are doing the work you may not be where you want to be. You may have some setbacks and challenges, but be proud of yourself. Be proud of the work that you have done. And like you said, Lauren, we deserve to be at the table.
Yes.
Even if they don't want to invite me, I still deserve to be at that table. And I have the ability and the power to build my own. And
Yes.
because you don't invite me to the table, I am going to be intentional about inviting women to my table, and men for that matter. So I encourage you today, believe in yourself. You have what it takes. You're doing what it takes. And just be encouraged. That's what I want to share. That's my tip
Yes.
for you today, or just to encourage during this month that we deserve to be at the table.
We're making history, you know,
Absolutely. You're making history.
every
Absolutely.
day
Yes.
in small and big ways. Just because
Yeah.
you're not 40 under 40 or whatever magazine, you're making a difference.
Yeah.
That's my
Yeah.
thing. I'm still like, you're
Yeah.
making a difference in the small way. And there's, everyone knows about the butterfly effect, ripple effects. Those things exist because one, they exist in nature, but two,
Mm.
it matters. Like every little bit of kindness, of consideration, of
Yeah.
acknowledgement of yourself and to others makes a huge difference. And
Yes,
we
it does.
forget that sometimes because we think we have to do something major. No,
Right.
just,
I want to share
someone
one
drops your
more thing.
keys, give back to them. Okay.
Absolutely. Lauren, I'm going to share one thing. There is a person who applied for a position, and it was a middle management. And they were asking me about it. And I said this to them. I said, do you want the job? And they said, yes, I want the job. I said, well, when you go to your interview, you're not showing up as give me a job. I really need this job. You're showing up because they need you. They need what you have to
Mhm.
offer. That's why you're at the table. So when you show up in a space of confidence that one,
Yes.
yes, you're interviewing me, but I'm interviewing you as well. And I have what you need, and
Mhm.
I am the one that can get you where you want to go. And so I want to encourage those who will watch this now or later. If you're pursuing a career, remember that you got the interview because they're looking for somebody, and you got the answer to what they're looking for. So I thought I'd share that.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes, they aren't wasting their time. You're there to, like you said, interview each other. So, move
absolutely.
with confidence, and you'll be
Yeah,
surprised where that gets you.
absolutely. Yes. Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for joining us today. And next week, we have Jennifer Smith, and she's going to be talking about feminine energy and how to use it in the world. So, hope you guys join me. Same channel, LinkedIn. It's on the 12th, so next Tuesday at 3 o'clock. So, same bat time, same bat channel. And I hope everyone has a great day. Have a great day. And I wish you all well and hope to see you next week.